My name is Associate Professor Dong Yan Hee, and I'm here today to help answer any questions that you might have with the accountancy program here. With me today is also Associate Professor Loh Kin Yew, who is our Associate Dean. Kin Yew, would you like to say something about yourself?
Sure, thanks, Yan Hee. Hi, a very good afternoon to all of you who are tuning in to watch our talk on our accountancy program. My name is Loh Kin Yew. I'm the Associate Dean that look after both the business as well as accountancy program at Nanyang Business School. I'm also a faculty with the accounting division, so I'm very happy today here to be able to answer any question that you want to pose to us.
As mentioned, we are here to answer any questions that you might have, so please go to the Slido website, #NBS Open House, to key in your questions, and we will try to get to as many of them as possible. But let us begin today with Kin Yew giving us an overview of the accountancy programs that we have here at the Nanyang Business School. Kin Yew?
Thanks. Okay, I thought I will give you a brief overview of our accountancy program. So as I mentioned, at Nanyang Business School, we also have the business program as well as the accountancy program. Now, for our accountancy program, the Bachelor of Accountancy, it is the oldest and most reputed accounting program in Singapore. It is accredited by many professional accountancy bodies, both in Singapore as well as overseas. And for our accountancy program, students actually can pair it with a second major or a minor. For a second major, you can do that in entrepreneurship. This is a new second major we just rolled out this year. And so you will be the first batch of students who embark on this second major in entrepreneurship. It is very exciting because with your accounting, business, and finance background, you can easily start up your own business. And this is what the second major will prepare you for. Okay, and you get to actually do an internship with a startup firm if you embark on this second major in entrepreneurship. Now, for the minor, you can also pair it up with a minor in digitalization and data science. And this is actually a unique program that's open only to our accountancy program. And on top of that, you can also choose a minor in strategic communication offered by our Wiki School of Communication and Information, or a minor in international trading that talks about the commodity sector, the entire value chain. So this is what you can do with a Bachelor of Accountancy in Nanyang Business School. So let me move on to our double degree program. This is where the student have the option to pair the accountancy with the business degree. So you graduate, with 2 degrees, one in accountancy and one in business. We also have a second major offering for our double degree student, just like for the single degree student, in entrepreneurship. Students in our double degree program can also pair it with a minor in international trading. Okay, of course, we also have, our double degree in business and computer engineering or science. Okay. But if you are interested in this, you can stay tuned for our business talk. Okay, our latest and very exciting offering is a new double degree in accountancy and a bachelor in data science and artificial intelligence. For this, we actually collaborate with our College of Engineering and College of Science, to roll out this new double degree in data science and artificial intelligence. As I mentioned, our accountancy program is actually the #1 accountancy program in Singapore. And for our data science and artificial intelligence, it is actually ranked among the top 10 in the world. So it is a very new and exciting program. I will now invite maybe Yan Hee to share a bit more about our new double degree program. Yan Hee?
Yeah. So this new double degree program, as mentioned by Kin Yew, combines a 3-year degree in accountancy with a 4-year degree in data science. And it can be completed in 4.5 years. So you are getting 2 double degrees in 4.5 years compared to doing 2 single degrees that would take you 7 years. In this double degree program, you will be able to engage in interdisciplinary learning. You'll be trained in hardcore data science. You will apply those technical skills within the business context and accounting context to help make good decisions, to bring organization forward and to lead them to greater growth. Now, this degree was introduced because of the growing digital economy and the push by the Singapore government to digitalize our economy. For example, you have heard of the banking licenses given out for digital banks, the national AI strategy, and so on. This means there's growing demand for graduates who are trained in both accounting, business, and digital technical skills. So this double degree offers you the opportunity to be a graduate that will be highly sought after by premium employers. So with this double degree, you will also be able to engage in a semester-long internship program. And you will have an opportunity also to do a one-year, final year project that is in collaboration with faculty here at NBS, with faculty at the School of Computing, as well as with our industry partners. So with this double degree, it's the very first one in Singapore to be launched that combines both accountancy and data science. Hopefully, you will be interested to come into this double degree program. For indeed, I think if you graduate from this program, you will be a highly sought after graduate.
Thanks, Yan Hee. So to sum up our programs, I would like to remind you actually to share with you the duration. Now, ours is the most efficient program. Why? Because for a single degree, you can actually complete it in 3 years. And for a double degree with accountancy and business, you can complete it in actually 4 years. And then again, he mentioned for a new double degree, where we combine accountancy with data science and artificial intelligence, you can be completed within 4.5 years. Okay, so our programs are very efficient because similar single degree program or double degree program at other local university will take you at least an additional year to complete. Okay. But having said that, our students do have the flexibility. Our programs are designed to be completed, in 3 and 4 years respectively. But if students decide to extend the program duration, for instance, they might want to take a gap semester or a gap year to explore their business idea, they can do so. For a single degree, you can take up to 5 years to complete. And for a double degree, you actually have 6 years to complete both your degrees. So you do have the flexibility. So it's up to you, okay, how you want to structure it and what opportunity would you like to explore during your undergraduate program.
Okay. At this point in time, perhaps we will take questions from the Slido website.
Okay, so maybe I'll go through the first question. The first question that came in, okay, let me pose this. Okay, someone has asked, SMU has compulsory internship and they go in winter. How about NTU accounting students? How much internship do we have to do? Okay, so for all NBS students, okay, they have to do a mandatory professional attachment at the end of their year 1 during their summer holidays. The professional attachment is for 10 weeks, okay, and this is actually done in end of year 1. Previously, our students actually do it at the end of year 2. Okay, started last year, we move it to the end of year 1. And the whole idea is to expose our students to the industry from the day they joined us. And this will also give the student more opportunity in year 2 or year 3 to take on additional internship, right? Those additional internship, of course, are optional. And to encourage our students to take on more internship, okay, because we believe in the value of experiential learning, we also have partnered many accounting firms. If you have read the newspaper, recently we partnered with Deloitte to roll out the work-study degree program. The other big 3, the other remaining big 4 accounting firms are also on board to take our students for work-study degree program. Now, for the work-study degree program, students actually go on extended internship. So beside the 10 weeks professional attachment, students go on an additional 25 weeks semester-long internship. And this can be done either in year 2, Sem 2, or year 3, Sem 1. So students will spend a semester out there with our corporate partners working extensively. And the whole idea of this internship is to allow students to explore different roles in different industry. At the same time, for firms to better understand the strength of our students. And for some of the students who perform very well in the internship, they're normally offered a full-time position while they're interning with the firms itself. Okay, So rest assured, we will provide you with internship. In fact, we have our own dedicated career services team at Nanyang Business School that help to place our student for the compulsory internship. Students can also actually self-source their own internship if they want to. And we will also provide opportunity for students to take on additional internship. So rest assured, you will be well taken care of.
Okay, how about, let me take the next question. It says here, are accounting students limited to a job in the accounting industry after graduation? What are the other job prospects? Well, I must say that about 60% of our students go into the Big Four or other accounting firms, but the other 40% actually join financial institutions, big MNCs, as well as the government sector. So yes, indeed, there are many opportunities for our accounting graduates, not just in the accounting firms, but also in other sectors when they graduate. Our graduates are also highly sought after by overseas companies as well, where they are posted overseas. And this is because some of them, our graduates, have overseas internship experience and therefore are ready to go overseas and start work and hit the floor running. So our accounting graduates are not limited to the accounting sector, but have wide range in terms of what jobs they can get into.
So Yanni, while you were answering this question, I saw a related question, so I also posted it. So this question says, is it hard to get into one of the Big Four? Thus, being part of NTU Accountancy gave me any advantage. For sure, as I mentioned, that we have the work-study degree program. And normally when students perform well in their internship with the firms, they are offered a full-time position. So coming to NBS, doing accounting program and going on our PA or work-study degree program with any of the Big Four will give you a better chance of getting into the Big Four. In fact, you are not restricted to Big Four, as Yanni mentioned earlier. About half of our graduate actually goes into non-accounting sectors like the finance or even the commodity sector, because we do have a minor in international trading, right, after all, for accountancy student.
Right, let me look at another question that was just posted. It says here, my mathematics is not very good. Does that put me at a disadvantage if I were to take accounting? For the accounting program, it is about numbers. So we do expect you to have good quantitative skills. However, we do not expect you to be a well-trained mathematician, right? In fact, quantitative skills is required not just in the accounting program, but in all the programs in the business school as well. Why is that the case? This is because we expect our graduates not just to pick up technical skills, but also to pick up key critical thinking, analytical, as well as creative thinking skills. These skills require you to use quantitative data as well as qualitative data to make good business decisions. And therefore, we expect our students to come in, not that they have to have a perfect score in mathematics, but be able to be comfortable with numbers and use those numbers as well as other information to make good business decisions for organization when they graduate.
Okay, so there are also two other questions that I've just posted that relates to sort of admission into accounting program in Nanyang Business School. So one of them asks, does taking the accountancy program exempt me from certain certification in the accounting field? Okay, for sure. As I mentioned, our accounting program is the oldest and most reputed accounting program in Singapore. And it is accredited by many professional accountancy bodies, both in Singapore as well as overseas. And what I meant by accredited, it means that when our students complete our BACC, Bachelor of Accountancy program, okay, they will be recognized by the various accountancy body, and that means that they will be exempted from several of the professional examination modules, okay? And the other question also related to sort of, prior experience or knowledge in accounting. And this question says, I've taken an external LCCI certification, which is related to accounting and bookkeeping. Will I be exempted from certain modules? Well, for our students, okay, unfortunately, because we are a 3 years program, we don't really give students any exemption when they come into our program. Unlike, let's say, if you're applying for engineering program in NTU and you have the equivalent, engineering diploma, let's say from Poly, you're actually given exemption from year 1 studies. Now, at NBS, the exemption that we gave to our poly students is restricted to one subject. Okay, so if a student from poly has taken, let's say, the accounting diploma, they will be exempted from our year one financial accounting course itself. Now, what it means, this is optional. It means that this graduate from the poly is given the option, okay, either to take our year one accounting course or replace it with something else. Okay, so it is entirely up to the student. Now, for those guys who went into the army, it might be a good idea to go through the year one accounting, because after all, it has been 2 years since you did accounting. On the other hand, okay, for fresh graduate joining us from the poly, you might still want to take it. I know that some students actually do so because they think that, they have taken it before, they will excel in the year one accounting course. So it is entirely up to you if you're given the exemption. But the exemption will be restricted to one course itself, okay?
All right, let me take the next question. It says here, will the NBS Accountancy program prepare me for technological advances? The answer is yes. Why do I say that? At NTU, from next academic year, all students will take a few interdisciplinary courses, and 2 of these interdisciplinary courses, one, navigating the digital world, second, science and technology for humanity, will actually expose all NTU students to technologies such as AI, blockchain, cloud computing, as well as programming in R, Python, for example. Now, this applies to all students coming into NTU. And within the Nanyang Business School, the accountancy students will actually have to do another course in programming for decision making. In that course, you will take up Python programming and use Python programming within a business context to make business decisions. With that course, you will have the skills necessary to go into some of our accounting courses that also has built-in technology and digital content. For example, our managerial accounting course would require you to use some of these digital and data skills within the context of a case, for example, online sales, to identify who are the repeat buyers, what factors they take into account when they make a purchase, and how the company can then go forward to come up with a marketing plan to target some of these repeat customers so they will come back and buy more and therefore increase the revenue of the firms. In our auditing course, for example, you also pick up data skills that require you to use programming to look at fraud and forensic accounting. So yes, we will prepare you very well, even for the single accounting degree for technological advances. But if you want to take it further, then you can take our minor in digitalization and data analytics, where you will take even more advanced data courses that prepare you to manage data, manipulate data, and use those data in different business contexts to make good decisions. So that's the minor in digitalization and data analytics. And if you still want to take it even further, then I encourage you to apply for the double degree in accountancy and data science, because that will give you all the fundamental and hardcore data skills that will enable you to use those technology and digital skills in a business and accountancy context. And you, as I mentioned just now, will be in high demand by employers who want a graduate that has a blend of accounting, business, and digital skills so that they can come into the organization and push their organization forward in this digital economy. Can you?
Thanks. Okay, I guess someone wanted to say hi to me, so I posed this question. Hello, Prof. Nice to see you today. Mic is loud and clear today. Well, so I presume you tuned in on Saturday where there was a mic malfunctioning. So I still rely on you to check and tell me whenever my mic is not working. Okay, thank you. Okay, there's a question here actually. Okay, let me pose it. Okay, I think this is at the heart of many students. Okay, so but let me go through. It's slightly long. Okay, my senior who graduated from NTU Accounting and joined the Big Four seems to be drawing an extremely high salary or pay after 5 years on the job. Is this true? Okay, how much pay would I be expecting after staying long term? Okay, so I guess this is concerning our accountancy graduate employment rate and starting salary. And many of you are aware that a day ago, the government actually just published or released the graduate employment survey, and it is actually in the papers. So I'm sure all of you have read it and very excited. I do have some slides that actually we shared at our Saturday Open House, but since it is about accounting, I will show you the slides concerning our accounting. Okay. So for our single degree, our accountancy graduate of the last year cohort, okay, has a median gross salary of 3,000, okay, and a very high overall employment rate of 96%. And you notice that 60% of our accountancy graduate actually goes into the Big Four. And here are the top 5 industry sector. Okay, so let me also at the same time share with you our graduate from a double degree. Okay, before that, okay, this slide shows our single degree graduate in accountancy. Who are the top employers? Who are the top 10 occupations? As you can see, most of our accountancy graduates do join the Big Four, and the roles that they take up are related to accounting. Okay, so not surprising. Okay, moving on, we have our graduate from a double degree program, accountancy and business. As you can see, they have a very high median gross salary of 4,004, and the employment rate is also equally impressive at 97.6%. And again, we have the same top industry sector. Let's look at the top employers and top 10 occupation. So very similar to our single degree in the sense that a number of them go into the Big Four, but what is different is that a number of our double degree students also go into non-accounting. In fact, a lot of them goes into the financial institution, consulting, various kinds of MMC. Okay, so as you can see, in terms of occupation, auditing and accounting is no longer the top occupation, but instead, financial analysts, management executive or trainee, consultant, okay, are all listed here, business consultant as well. So this is where the double degree offered our students more options in terms of choices, in terms of the industry or career they want to pursue. And going back to the starting salary of accountancy, graduate, well, you notice it was $3,000. Yes, I admit it is on the low side, but that's because, 60% of our graduate goes into the Big Four. And the Big Four salary, starting salary, has always been known to be on the low side. But the good thing is that in Big Four, the salary increment is actually, frequent and large. So I'm told by my ex-students, sometimes they actually get 2 annual increment, okay, within a year. And each increment can go up to about $500. So we were actually reassured by the Big Four that, in no time, within 1 to 2 years, they will actually catch up with their business, counterpart, or even exceed them. And the good thing about joining an accounting firm, okay, is that they give you very good, in-house training. And in fact, to become a chartered accountant in Singapore, you have to complete the professional, qualification exams. And the Big Four are known to provide very good support and training to prepare their students for the chartered accounting program itself. I think these are the plus that you need to consider. But having said that, our accounting program is very versatile, as in it is rigorous, and there is a very good foundation that we provide our students in terms of finance and business. So our accounting graduates are not restricted to only accounting jobs. In fact, half of our double degree students go into non-accounting roles, okay? And that actually shows a versatile nature of our program and training that we provide to our students. Okay. Now, since we're on the topic of preparation, okay, students have asked actually, well, given that, we, design our program to be a 3-year program instead, like the typical, 4-year accountancy program, are we shortchanging our students? Okay, you can rest assured we do not. Okay, as I've shown, in my prior talk, since 2016, to become a chartered accountant in Singapore, all accountancy graduate in Singapore have to complete the Singapore CA program, which is administered by the Singapore Accountancy Commission. Okay, and there are 5 modules that all candidates have to clear in order to practice as a chartered accountant. And since 2016, okay, all the way to 2019, you can see the NBS Accountancy graduate consistently outperform the national passing rate, okay? And if you want to look at the breakdown by modules, as I mentioned, there are 5 profession modules for you to complete before you become a CA, okay? This is a 2019 passing rate of accountancy graduate in each of these 5 modules. Again, NBS Accountancy graduate, you know, perform exceptionally well, well above the national average. And for some of you, if you're wondering where is the 2020 result, unfortunately, because of COVID, the June round of examination was cancelled last year. So only the December, you know, professional exam went on as scheduled, and the result have not been released by Singapore Accountancy Commission. But I can assure you, I expect our NBS Accountancy graduate to come up top of the list again, okay?
Right, so related to what Kim Yu has just discussed in terms of our students performing very well on the professional qualification exam, there's a question here that asks, how is flipped learning applied in NTU accountancy? So this goes to the core of our pedagogy approach that help us produce such good graduates. Unlike 10, 20 years ago, where there's still big lectures and small tutorial classes, what we have at NBS today, at least for all accountancy courses, is our classes are small group based. We have about 40 to 45 students in each class. In each class, we form teams, and these teams will work together throughout the semester for the course that they are taking. So what is the typical way that our students will do well in a course? First, in the course, before you go into the classroom, they actually have to view online lectures, take online quizzes that help them understand better the materials that are covered in the lectures. They will also have questions given to them beforehand where they will prepare for the class that they're going to attend sometime later in the week. And when they come to class, there's not much lecture or one-way communication from the instructor. Rather, what you would have is team-based discussion, case studies, team-based discussion questions that require students to come together as a team to discuss, look at the question, brainstorm, and find ways to answer them in the most appropriate manner. Remember, there's no right answer actually in most of our courses. Rather, what we want from you is to be able to view things from different perspectives, come together as a team, share those perspectives, and come up with creative solutions to some of the questions that we have in class. And in class, we also want you to speak up, make presentations. This will help sharpen your communication and other soft skills as you interact with your team members as well as with the rest of the class. So in class, it's not about lecture anymore. In class, it's about interactive, peer, as well as instructor learning. And after class, we expect you to review the materials and again, engage in peer studying, peer review with your team members so that you can get the most out of what was covered in class. So that's our pedagogy approach at NBS, especially for the accounting program, as well as the business program, of course. And this is why we produce graduates that can do very well in the professional qualification exam as well.
Okay, thanks, Ian. So there are 2 questions here concerning how is it like to study in Nanyang Business School, especially in the accounting program. Would it be very stressful? So let me read out the question. From a student learning environment experience, what would be NTU key selling point? I don't want a place that's too stressful. Okay, I'm interested in taking the accounting and business double degree program. Will it be very stressful? Seeing how accounting is 3 years and business is 3 years, but today total is only 4 years. Okay, so I guess you're concerned. How is the pace of learning in NTU or in NBS? Okay, well, to share with you, I actually went through a 3-year program. As you know, the accounting program in Nanyang Business School actually, comes from NUS. was a batch where they shifted the entire School of Accountancy from NUS to NTI. It wasn't a university then, it was an institute, okay? And it was 3 years. So from day one, the accountancy program has been designed to be completed within 3 years comfortably. So as I posted, the same question to students who joined us on last Saturday, you should be asking institutions that actually offer a 4 years program, why do they need an extra 1 year? What do you learn? What is the value add of that extra 1 year when it can be done in 3 years? Now, having said that, I really assure you that we don't shortcut, change you on quality. There's no shortcut in our program. Okay, it is challenging. It is rigorous. Okay, but students coming into our program can do it because we take in very good students, and we are prepared to help you. We have a very big pool of dedicated faculty. We have an entire UPO, undergraduate program office, to support you in all the ways we can. Okay, so rest assured, okay, when you come in, you will not be stressed out. In fact, the average course load of our student per semester is between 16 to 18 hours of class time. Okay, compared to what you have to do in your JC or Poly, I think it's either equivalent or very much lower, right, than what you are currently doing. So rest assured, you will not be stressed. In fact, we structure it such that students will have ample time to engage in experiential learning. So we believe that learning shouldn't be confined to classroom. Okay, it should go beyond the classroom, and it could be in any form outside the classroom. It could be internship, it could be an overseas exchange, it could be overseas internship, or even staying in the hall. As you know, there are more than 17 halls in NTU, and each of these halls offer their own residential education program. Programs are not related to academic, study, such as, cooking, eco gardening, right, things like that. Right, the whole idea is to broaden you. And in terms of curriculum, okay, there's a question they ask, if our single degree requires 3 years, why is it when you do the double degree in accountancy and business, it only requires additional year? Now, the reason is very simple. Because in NTU, all our undergraduate program is structured that you have your depth, what we call the core. Okay, so if you are pursuing accountancy, the core will be all the accountancy courses. Then we have the breadth. Okay, so we believe in broadening, in widening our students' understanding and perspective, of the world around them itself. So there's a group of broadening courses that students need to do. Okay, so if you're in the accountancy program, you do that set of broadening. You're in the business program, you also do that set of broadening. So when you combine the 2 degrees, you don't actually do 2 sets of broadening. Okay, you only do 1 set of broadening. So the only difference is really in the core. Okay, so the difference between accountancy and business is that there are only 9 advanced courses. Okay, the rest of the courses within accounting and business are common. They share by both programs itself. So in year 1, both our accountancy and business students do exactly the same set of foundational core courses in accounting and business. Okay, so these are common between the 2 programs. And then from year 2 onwards, okay, our accounting students then go on to do 9 more advanced courses in, accountancy, whereas our business students, depending on the business specialization they opted in, will pursue another 9 advanced business courses in their selected specialization. So the only difference is really in 9 courses, and hence, that's why you only need an additional year to complete that 9 courses in the other program. So that works out to, again, 4 to 5 courses, which is what I refer to as between 16 to 18 hours of class time per week. So it's very manageable, okay? Don't worry. Your pace, okay, whether you're in a single degree or double degree, will be the same in terms of workload per semester, okay?
Okay, I'm speaking on Kinu's point about the accountancy program being a 3-year and whether you're shortchanged. I just want to point out that our students actually do have the time to engage in other activities beyond academic. For example, as Kinu has pointed out, they go on internship, they go on overseas exchange, but other things that they can get engaged in very actively on the campus itself include staying in the hall and joining the hall activities, as well as we have many student clubs that the students can participate in. For example, we have the Nanyang Audit and Assurance team. Now, this club is made up of students that go about auditing other students' clubs' financial statements. We also have the Nanyang Tax Club, where these students interact with tax professionals from the Big Four as well as other organizations to pick up tax skills from the professional on top of what they can learn in the classroom. So you can be outside of the classroom and still learning throughout these activities in terms of teamwork, in terms of leadership, in terms of negotiation, in terms of picking up practical skills that will help you when you finally graduate. Can you?
Okay, thanks, Yen Hee. So Yen was answering a question I was looking through. There's a few questions related to internship, related to work-study degree program. So I thought I will sort of address them together. Okay, so maybe let me take on the first one. Will students be able to handle the internship if it's in year one, since they haven't taken up much modules yet? What kind of internship can they get in year one? Not to worry, okay? Our students have been actually on their own, been going on optional internship in their year one before we shifted the professional attachment to the end of year one. In fact, about a third of our students, okay, you're talking about 400 of them, do optional internship in their year one before we mandated the professional attachment at the end of year one. So actually our students are able to, many of you come from poly, and in fact in a lot of the poly programs, internship again is compulsory. So for us, actually the requirement is very straightforward. As long as it is a meaningful job, okay, where there's structured learning. By that what we mean that partners that want to take our students for internship, they must give us the job scope, okay, the details of what our students will be going through during the professional attachment with the firm itself. And we ourselves will actually vet it to make sure that there's meaningful learning and there will be adequate supervision provided by the organization in the sense that students will be attached to a supervisor. At the same time, we also have faculty who will be attached, assigned to each of these students out there doing their mandatory internship. The whole idea here is to guide them and to provide necessary assistance should they run into any challenges, problems, or issue at work itself. So we make sure that this is a meaningful learning experience for students. Okay, and also the roles. We talk to all our corporate partners. They know we are year one students, so we have managed the expectation. In fact, the whole idea, okay, I must admit, is to throw a student into the deep end of the pool, because that's the best way for you to learn. Okay, and from day one, you realize that out there is very demanding. It is very competitive because you will be doing internship with graduates or even current students from other programs. Okay, so you have to prove yourself. Okay, so there's no free lunch in this world. So from day one, we want you to know. Okay, it is a very competitive world out there, and what employer expect, so that when you come back to the program, not only do you bring back the experience, okay, and actually enrich the class discussion, but you also realize potentially what are some of the skills that you need to actually build on, right, or to strengthen. Okay, so that you don't waste the rest of your program, right, idling and wait until the final year, then you start looking for a full-time job. The whole idea is that get you, getting you ready for your career from day one itself. In fact, prior to internship, okay, in year one, you will actually go through a career and entrepreneurship course. And that's actually to prepare you for your career. First of all, you will go through psychometric tests so that you have an understanding of your own personality, what are your strengths, and potentially some of your weaknesses. And also through that, psychometric test, you will be able to identify job roles that are potentially suited to you. And we also have our own career services team to support you. They will be organizing a lot of workshops on career. They will be organizing career alumni event where you speak to people from the industry. Many of them are our own graduates, and they are back to help you, to guide you, to provide you with the necessary advice. And you also have a chance to speak to your senior in terms of how to prepare. And some of our seniors, having done their internship, will also, recommend their firms. They will tell their firms, okay, I know of someone, okay, in year one who are be able to do the job. Okay, so they will actually, recommend internship openings to our junior as well. Okay, so rest assured, it is going to be challenging, but all we want is for you to apply for a job, for an internship at the end of year one. If you do not secure it, you will have other windows. So for instance, in your year 2, SEM 1, what we call the winter holidays, you can also do your internship there if you did not secure one at the end of your year 1. And if this doesn't work out, you still have your year 2 summer to try for another internship. So the whole idea is that we gave you support, we gave you opportunity to try out different internship, okay?
Right, thanks, Kinyu. Let me answer this question that says, I heard from seniors that NTU accounting is the best among the 3 local universities. What makes it so? I think this question is a good way for us to wrap up some of the points that we have talked about. What makes it so? First, I just want to say we are the most established program in Singapore. So we have an established alumni network out there. So when you graduate, you will have people already in industry that graduated from NBS and therefore are willing to watch over you and hold your hand if necessary when you join the industry. We have a very strong alumni network, and we do have alumni that come back and give back to the school in terms of mentoring our students, in terms of helping our students succeed when they graduate. Second, we also have a very relevant program that prepares you for the digital economy. We are not only the top when it comes to the professional qualification, but we also have within our program courses that you would have to take so that you will have the necessary digital skills, technology skills to do well as we move into the digital economy. And we have a beautiful campus here as well, where you can come and enjoy. For example, we have the Yunnan Garden. We're going to have a new business school that you can study in. It's made of wood, and it's one of the largest wooden structure in the world, if not in Singapore, right? And you will also be able to engage in various activities beyond academic. You can go for internships, you can go for overseas exchange, you can stay in the residential hall or join student clubs so that you will continue to be trained and evolve in terms of your soft skills like communication skills and teamwork skills. So as you can see, when it comes to NBS, it's not just about studying, it's about a holistic experience, a holistic education that will prepare you well and make you both work ready and future ready in terms of the digital economy. Over to you, Kinyu.
I just want to go back and wrap up some questions about whether doing our professional attachment, the 10 weeks compulsory internship, or going on work-study degree program where you spend 1 semester out there working in a corporate firms, will that extend your program duration? No, it doesn't, okay? As I mentioned, the professional attachment is normally done during the school holiday. So you don't have to worry about, mandatory internship extending your program duration, okay? It's all designed into the program. As for work-study degree program where you take a semester off to do an internship with a corporate firm, again, it doesn't extend. Why? Because when you do the semester-long internship, you will be earning academic units, which actually fulfill your broadening and deepening electives. So it's counted as part of your program workload. So in a sense, you do not need to extend your program duration. But having said that, we always gave our students the flexibility. If they want to do more of such semester-long internship, okay, they can actually take a leave of absence, and you have up to 5 years to complete your program. So, it's up to you how you want to plan it. And as for the work-study degree program with Deloitte, whether it is their accelerated career program, well, it is actually, but not to worry. When you joined us at an NBS, we will be organizing information session about our work-study degree program. We'll invite the various corporate partners to come in to talk to you about, what they will offer and what are some of the expectations. And you will have the opportunity to find out more, especially talking to seniors who have gone through similar programs, that you are interested in. So rest assured, yes, it doesn't extend your program duration, okay?
So thank you for joining us in this live chat session, and we appreciate all the questions that you have. This recorded session will be put online as well for you to review if necessary. And for tonight, we're going to actually have a virtual seminar conducted by one of our accounting faculty. So do join us this evening at about 6:30 for the virtual class. So thank you very much for being with us at this session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you in NBS soon.